Hey, what's crackin', cuz? It's MH53 on the stick.
No, you're not MH53, I am. Sorry about that, guys, but anyways, if you read the title and the thumbnail, then you know what this is about. Finally, I will convince every hater and skeptic of LeBron, as well as those who hold MJ on a platinum platter. I will convince you who the greatest of all time is.
It's Michael Jordan.
Shut up! Nobody asked you to speak. Now first, I will nip the ring argument and just destroy it for good, because LeBron is 3 of 7, we know this. Michael is 6 for 6, so we know this. But some people don't know, and some people who do know, we know that he doesn't have the most. Bill Russell does, and Michael Jordan is 6 short of having the most.
But Bill Russell played back in the day when nobody was really all that good.
I'm glad you pointed that out. Now, I have personally looked at Bill Russell's matchups, and if I'm mistaken, I believe his stepping stones to 11 rings go by the name of the legendary Wilt Chamberlain.
May he rest in pieces.
You think that's funny? Anyways, Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West, 2 of the greatest to ever play. One of them scored 100 points. Secondly, Michael Jordan played in a very watered down 90s era. I'm not going to check this because I know for a fact this is true, but I know that the league added about 4 or more teams, and the talk of the town was how it weakened the NBA. And so there you have it. The rings are out of the door because Bill Russell has way more than the both of them, but we all know that he does not have more skill.
MH53 1, ring 0.
Thank you. Now let's look at them early on. LeBron was drafted straight out of high school. Michael Jordan sure wasn't. You know, people always like to say Michael Jordan didn't make his high school basketball team.
That's not even true.
He just didn't make the varsity team. So in Michael's first year, his team had a losing record. His first year in the league, by the way. So they had a losing record, and they made it to the playoffs and lost in the first round. Got swept. In LeBron's first year, his team had a winning record, but they did not make the playoffs. Now to me, it sounds like LeBron has played in the tougher of the 2 eras all along.
Amen.
Now in their first 4 years, Michael Jordan hadn't even grazed the conference finals, being swept from the first round for 3 straight seasons. However, in LeBron's first 4 years, he went to the playoffs only twice and led one of the worst supporting cast ever to the NBA Finals in only his second playoff run. Meanwhile, Michael didn't even make it for 3 more seasons.
MH53 2, playoffs 0.
Now let's talk about the stats. Now they both have mind-blowing stats that anybody would love to have earned as well. Now we all know Michael Jordan averages the most points per game all time, but what about assists and what about rebounds? Because Michael's stats do not reflect that he could be all too effective doing those 2 things. LeBron, on the other hand, is a juggernaut, and you can always count on him to hurt you one way or the other. LeBron will go down as one of the greatest all-around players of all time. Michael already went down as one of the greatest scorers of all time.
Now if you ask me...
Nobody asked you. Now shut up. Now if you ask me, stats show that LeBron James is clearly the more complete player, and if being a complete player doesn't make you better than a guy who can just put up points and get you some steals, then I don't even know what does.
MH53 3, stats 0.
Now I will bring up an argument that some of those who either deeply love Michael Jordan or are from my generation and just follow hype and claim he's their favorite while not ever being alive to see him play might come up with.
Well, if LeBron's so great, how come he doesn't have a brand named after him?
Will you shut up? God! Yes, why is that? LeBron has a brand, of course, all athletes do, but none have ever had one as big as Jordan's. And the reason why that is because back in the day, you know, the company that actually produced the first basketball shoe, Converse, had all the major athletes on a contract and in commercials selling the product. Meanwhile, Nike merely had Jordan, an up-and-comer who could leap out of the gym and dunk it from the free throw line. Big whoop. Nike made Jordan their star athlete, complete with all types of commercials and dubbing him the name Air Jordan to sell more of his shoes. Now LeBron never had clothing dubbed with his name, but Nike had no reason to do that with LeBron, as they have plenty other athletes and deals from all over the place. Jordan only sells more shoes than LeBron because Michael's shoes look better. If you switch the shoes on the other foot, LeBron would sell more than Jordan, and that's just a fact, which means I am 4 of 4 for all of these arguments. All the reasons I just named clearly prove that Michael Jordan was not the greatest of all time. LeBron only has 3 rings, but much more in the tank, and for those of you who don't think that he's a great scorer, get this. If and when LeBron averages the same amount of points until the year 2020, he can and will pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for #1 on the all-time scoring list, and nobody will ever catch him.
Not even Kevin Durant?
What? Don't you ever disrespect me like that again. Nigga ain't got no ring. But anyways, make sure you hit that like button. If you enjoyed this video, please click and subscribe button, because I make videos like this every Monday along with tons of other videos. And as usual, I'm Mitchell D3, and I will see you guys next week.